काट कर दी तो अच्छा रहता, ज़्यादा नहीं हुआ ना। हाँ मैडम।
करना। Okay. Good evening, everyone. Hope you are doing well, performing well in your exams. Today we will discuss about the data structures using C++ B.SC third sem. So here, what is data structure? Actually, what is data? Data is collection of raw information. So it has to be stored somewhere. So that data needs some memory. So how to access that memory? How the data is stored? Now it is a storage used to store data efficiently and effectively and accessing it. So it is classified into two types, linear and non-linear, whereas in linear, the elements are stored continuous. That is continuous memory continuously. So it has continuous memory location where the elements are being stored continuous. So it is used for CPU scheduling how the task has to be performed one by one, like that. It is used for array is used for CPU scheduling. Now we'll discuss something about the dynamic data structures, where dynamic data structures having three types: queues, stacks, and linked list. What is a queues? Queue is performing its operation like first in, first out. What is first in, first out? Whoever comes first will be served first. So used for handling the website traffic, where to maintain your playlist, like, right, whatever you have kept to play first, that will be played first, then whatever have been placed next, that will be placed next. So here the queues first in first out have been in dynamic data structures. Next will be stack. What is a stack? Stack will be performing in last in first out. Whoever whatever element is have been come first, have been come first, will be accessed last, will be processed last. The element entered in the array or any list will be accessed at the first. So where the stacks has been used? Stacks used for processing your functions calls, and it is used in recursion, undo and redo, reversal of and string. Whatever the string you have inserted, to reverse that string, we can perform the stack operation. And what is linked list? It represent matrix. Linked list is nothing but to represent a matrix, we can use linked list where elements are connected through pointers. So firstly, how it is elements are connected to pointers? Consider this element and the address of the next element. Here the address will be considering of 2000. So here will be the address. It will consider data and the address of the next element. So this is link up between the two elements using pointers, so that we will not find out the location of the other element where it has stored in the dynamic memory location. So that was the linked list. In the linked list, we have different types of linked list: single, double, circular, multiple, and skip linked list. So in the we have only one list in that, that is called single list, single linked list, and a number of double two types of lists. So it is considered double list. So what a list is in circular, so that the memory cannot be wasted. So we can use circular linked list. So we can efficiently use our memory location. So multi-level linked list and skip linked list. Now we'll come to the non-linear, where the data is not stored continuously, and here we are having two types, trees and graphs. So what is a tree? So here it is a tree. See, tree consider hierarchical data who shares its data elements, like that. And here it is a root node, where it is a parent node. It is considered to the level 0, and it is considered as level 1. Level 1, it is considered as parent node, and it is considered as child node. any node who do not have a child node is considered to be as a leaf node. So here it is a tree perform its operations according to the type of the tree which we have used. The what is tree traversal? Tree traversal is process of accessing your process of accessing a node at least once you need to access, that is a tree traversal. That it will be divided into two types: depth first and breadth first. So what is depth first? It can be accessed like this, then it will be going to the other node. So this is the node. How can we access each node at least once? So it will find out each node have been accessed at least once or not in the depth and breadth node. So what are different types of trees will need to check out? Binary, ternary, and end. What is binary? At most two children a node should have. And what is ternary? At most three children a node should have. And what is annary? N child should be considered for any node. So here we have another type of nonlinear data structures where graphs is used for in most complex programming systems. So here it is used in www World Wide Web, where Google Maps. It will give you, see, suppose this is the graph. Consider this is the graph considering these nodes considering as a cities, and the edges will be considering as a path to go to that city. So here it is a Google Map example for the graphs we can consider. So whatever location you have kept, that will be the destination. Whatever your starting location is the main node from where you are starting. So here it is the cities. You can consider all these nodes to be cities and the edges to be considered as a path. So this is the example of the graph where Google Map is an example of the graph. So next we will be discussing about some of the important questions. Some of the important questions in data structures. So from the lesson 1, explain the different types of data structures. So what are the different types we have seen here? Linear and non-linear. It is classified into static and dynamic. And non-linear, it is divided into trees and graphs. In static arrays, we have taken in dynamic data structures, queues, stacks, and linked list. So in non-linear trees and graphs, these are all the classification. That means different types of data structures with its examples. So next steps involved in the analysis of algorithm. So what is an algorithm? It is a set of step-by-step process how the computer should process any program and give you the output. So what is the algorithm? Just it is a blueprint of the program. Suppose you are constructing your house. Before constructing, you need a blueprint how the house has to be constructed. That here same ways algorithm is considered for the blueprint of any program. So how here involves different steps in analysis of algorithm. You need to write different steps, explain the concept of stack and its applications. So what we have seen here, stack what is comes last, it is served first. So it is used where it is used processing function calls. It is used in recursion. Whenever you create a function, it has to be called by itself. That is a recursion process. So it is used for undo and redo and reversing a string. So this is the advantages and applications where the stack has been used. And again, the next questions we can consider the process of expression, evaluation, and conversion into stack. So what is an expression? So consider you can take any expression. So this is the expression combination of an evaluation of what is evaluation of an expression? It is an expression evaluation. You are doing an operation. Consider 2 plus 2. You are evaluating and you are getting the any particular value. So it is a combination of operators and operands. So here operands are A plus B operation. Whatever I am doing here is considered to be the whatever the addition, subtraction, calculation you are doing, that is the operand. Next, explain the multiple stack implementations and its advantages. So, what is multiple stack in implementations? You can find out multiple stack. You need to write out and its advantages. So, next comes define data structure and its algorithm. So, what is data structure, definition, and algorithm? So, next, what is a stack? So stack is last in first out. You need to write what is stack definition and its real time examples. So real times you can write for use for processing your function, and you can use for recursion. So next, undo and redo reversal of a string. So next, what is polish? What is polish notations? So what are polish notations? Considering any element in a matrix having a zeros. So it is considering any element having having zeros that can be. Suppose I have n number of zeros. Here it will be considered as a matrix where we can take it as a Polish notation. Suppose here I wanted to perform any calculation. Suppose here a plus b, you can write plus ab. It will implement the same operation what you need to do by a plus b. So here the Polish notations. Next, what is write an algorithm to reverse a string using stack. Next, we'll come to the recursion, queues, and linked list. The second unit, important questions. What is recursion? A function is called by itself in a program. It will divide it into single. It will divided into the program is divided into smaller and smaller sub programs, and it is processed so that it is easy to process and easy to recall itself. Recursion is what is creating a function, and function is calling itself. That is called a recursion. And in different types of recursion with its examples. Now, how to implement queues using arrays? Here, how to implement queues using arrays? Here, we can consider this is an array. How the queue? See, first in, queue means what? First in, first out. Whatever kept first, it has to be executed or accessed first. So here A has been kept first, A can be accessed first. So here it is used queues using arrays. This example you can write down and explain about it. Explain the concept of linked list and different types of linked list. Here I have tell what is the concept of linked list. It will see, suppose here one location having its data and the memory location of the next element. So here data and the next memory location of the next element. So here uh, elements are connected through pointers in linked list. So this is the example, and it is types of linked list as single, double, circular, and skip, and multi-level. These are the different types of linked list and its operation. Describe the representation of sparse matrix using linked list. Sparse matrix is nothing but representing all the zeros in a matrix. So, so that the memory locations should not be wasted. Explain the working of priority queue and its applications. See, suppose normally in a queue, whoever comes first have to be served first. But in priority queue, whoever is having the more weightage has to be served first. Means whoever having the maximum value or the minimum value can be accessed first. That is the priority queue and its applications. Short answers questions is what is recursions, and define queue and mention its operators. What is circular queue? Since normally in a queue much memory has been wasted, so to overcome that disadvantages, we can use circular queue where the next element will be added to the first element address. The last element is added to the first element's address. Write any two advantages of the linked list over arrays. So you need to write advantages of linked list over arrays. So here arrays has to be accessed one by one. Here in linked list, using pointers you can access it. So next, what is circular queue and advantages? What is doubly linked list? What are double linked list? That you need to answer what is double linked list. And next, the third unit will be coming as what are trees and its diagrams. So here binary, different types of trees, binary tree, ternary and number of trees. So binary tree, considering a binary tree, every node should have at most two children. So ternary, at most three children, and n-ary, and n number of children a node should have. So these are the different types of trees. Next, different types of binary search tree. You need to explain the binary search tree with an example. Next, various tree traversal techniques. What are tree traversal techniques? Depth first and breadth first. Using it from the first node to the left of the all the nodes, and again it will move to the right of the all the nodes. That is the tree traversal. At least one node should be accessed, at least one, at most one time it should be accessed, it should be visited. So next will be coming as compare different sorting techniques, that is bubble insertion, merge and bubble insertion, merge and quick. So what is what is sorting actually? Arrangement of elements in specific order in ascending or descending. So what is bubble sort? Comparing two adjacent elements, whichever element is small, you need to keep according to ascending or descending. See, suppose you want to ascending, small numbers has to become first, and the last will be the last element, biggest element should be last. So vice versa you can do, that is bubble sort. You need to swap comparing to adjacent elements. Now next we'll be seeing of selection sort. Find out the whichever the maximum or minimum element value. You need to unsort it from the unsorted list and place it at the beginning. Suppose you want to keep the beginning. Suppose the highest value element you want in the beginning, you need to first select the highest element and you need to keep at the first. So that is a selection sort. Now insertion sort, you need to insert a number of elements at a time repeatedly by inserting same element in correct position. So what is merge sort? Divide the array into two halves, and using recursion process you can recursively sorting them and merge it again for a convenient. So excuse me. What is quick sort? Pick an element as a pivot and partition it, and pivot element will be placing at a smaller element before the pivot and all the larger elements after the pivot element. So what is heap sort? Using binary search we can do the heap sort. What is tree? In order, pre-order. So tree is nothing but a hierarchical with interconnected nodes and edges. So next we'll coming to the graph traverses. What is graph traverses? Again here will be coming of depth first search and breadth first search. Here if we are giving a dotted lines, means the way it has to be searched, or the way, the path how to access that element, or how to search an element from the node. So these are the this was the graph traversal. The binary search tree, B.SC binary search tree we have completed. What is the difference between linear search and binary search, and the complexity of merge sort? the next unit is the graphs, hashing and heaps. Representation of graphs and traversal techniques. Here representation of graphs is like this, and you how to traverse, that is depth first and breadth first traversal techniques. um, Now describe prims and crucial algorithm finding minimum spinning value. Next, explain hashing and different collision recollection strategies, and discuss the concept of heap and heap sort search. Heap sort search can be done by the binary tree search, binary tree data structure to sort an element. So what is a graph? Graph is nothing but a combination of is represented like vertices and edges. Now define graph and give its types. Different types of graphs we have. What is depth first search and what is hash functions. So what is BFS? So what is BFS? At least once it has to be visited to that node. The what is breadth search? What is depth search means n number of times. Suppose I am going to the from the first to the next, again to the next, again to the next. N number of times you can do in the depth first search. So what is a heap? Then next, what is a hash function? Hash function is nothing but input is converted as a mathematical expressions where it has to be converted. It is easy to convert and process it and give you the value. What is a heap and write to applications of the graphs. Where application graphs, where it is mostly used in complex programming and is used in www, that is in Google Maps. Whenever you are mapping and you want to reach any destination, you will open a Google Map and find out the location of that from the starting to the destination address. Starting and destination will be the nodes, and the part to that will be the vertices, that will be the edges. So this was the example of the graphs where we use in our daily life. So this was all the important questions from the data structures using C++. Now we will discuss how the question paper will be, the question paper pattern. Now you need to answer any 8 from 12 each carries. Any 8 from 12 each carries 4 marks. Okay. Now you have 4 units. 4 questions will be there, A or B. You need to answer any one from them. So each carries 12 marks. That is 48. 48 plus 2 is total 80. Maximum marks is 80. So the most very important most important questions are the types of data structures involved with examples, and recursion. What is recursion? Give its examples and concept of linked list. Tree traversals, types of trees with a diagram, and sorting techniques, very most important. Searching techniques, linear and binary search, and explain the representation of graphs and graph traversal techniques. These are the most important question. Read well and prepare well for your exams. All the best. Thank you.